September 29, 2010 meeting of the Environment and Public Works Committee will now come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Barker. Here. Chairman Cassetti.
Here.
Mr. Colby is running late. Mr. Haney. Here. Mr. Holland. Here. Mr. Hyder is excused. Mr. O'Brien.
Here. I will keep this meeting open till the end of the day for Legislator Colby and Legislator Hyder if he so chooses as well. Okay. Is there anyone signed up for the public forum?
No, sir.
Is there anyone present who is signed up, who's not signed up to speak, who would like to address the committee at this time? The next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. You have the September 1st, 2010 minutes of the Environment and Public Works Committee before you. They will stand approved unless the clerk is notified of any changes by the end of the day. The next item on the agenda is new business. Mr. Clerk?
Referral 10-276, acceptance of an incentive.
Moved by Legislator Howland, seconded by Legislator Barker. Is there any discussion? Being none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Motion carried. Next item, Mr. Clerk.
Referral 10-283.
Moved by Legislator Barker, seconded by Legislator Howland. Any discussion? Legislator Barker?
Chair, a couple questions. Am I correct in assuming that the costs of this will be incurred by the developer?
Through the chair, Jason Kennedy with Environmental Services. Yes, that's correct.
Through the chair, will the homeowners have a choice whether to opt in or not?
Through the chair, yes, they will. The existing properties referenced in the referral that are currently non-septic will have the opportunity to connect to the system when they so choose.
And last question, through the chair, who will pay for that if they decide to connect?
Through the chair, that would be the homeowner's cost. They would have to hire a contractor and or plumber to make that connection, basically the service lateral from the home to the new sewer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Legislator O'Brien.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And through you, my understanding is that this is a new development, but some houses are already constructed and some are still being built. Without our taking this action, is it true that the residential homes would have to remain on septic, and that by doing this it will allow for the sewer component to go forward?
Through the chair, yes, that's correct. It's a brand new development behind an existing row of houses on West Side Drive, and without this development, those properties would remain on septic.
Okay, thank you.
Legislator Haney.
You, Mr. Chairman, what exactly is the nature of this agreement? I mean, there's lots of subdivisions always being built, but in the county, but I don't recall in the 6 years that I've been here that we've ever had an item like this come before us before. What is the nature of this? Or why is it coming to us, I guess?
Through the chair, certainly this is not uncommon that we have development, but typically when it occurs in the GCO district, it is in fact within the district. In this particular case, this development is occurring outside the district boundaries, so therefore we need an intermunicipal agreement in order to provide the operations and maintenance services.
So the subdivision is out, even though it's in the town of Ogden, it's outside the boundaries of the Gates-Chili-Ogden Sewer District?
Through the chair, that's correct.
So the town of Ogden is forming a sewer district, and we will be contracting with that sewer district will handle the collection process, and we will then be contracting to transport and treat the sewerage. Is that what's taking place?
Through the chair, that's correct. The town district will still be the owner of record of the sewerage, but the district, by way of the agreement, will provide the conveyance and treatment.
Did they consider, I mean, Gates-Chili-Ogden is like the city district in that we run the collection system as well as the disposal system. Did they consider changing the boundaries of the district so that it was just part of the Gates-Chi-Ogden district?
Through the chair, certainly we've contemplated extension of the district, and we have in fact done that in the past. It's a little bit more, I guess, complex and longer process, and certainly we would reserve the right to extend the district at some point in the future.
So that's a more complex process than what we're doing here?
Through the chair, as I understand it, yes. I think just from a time frame standpoint, it's a lengthier process.
Okay, thank you.
Legislator Colby, we're on the second referral.
Yes, I can shed some light. There is about 4 or 5 of those houses that are existing now that have had routine failures of their septic systems. So that's, if they don't hook on, they're going to have, 2 of them would have to put on new septic systems, and they've been holding them off, hoping to hook on. So that's why some of those houses are hooking on, because it's very heavy soil in that area, and they've been having septic failures there on a routine basis. And originally, this Bella Estates originally was going to be all septic. In the town of Ogden, kind of pushed them to get into the sewer district because they've had so much failure over there with those septic systems. So the town of Ogden has pushed them to put in the septic system, and that's why they didn't go out of district, because they were working with the town of Ogden, not the county.
Is there any further discussion? Being none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Are there any other matters to come before the committee? Legislator O'Brien.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just as a matter of unfinished business, and if we can't get an answer now, that's perfectly fine, but perhaps we could, by next meeting, get some kind of a follow-up. But in June of 2008, we authorized a contract with Clark Patterson to do a master plan study of the terminal building. And if we could get a status of where that project stands, that would be helpful.
Through the chair, that study has been completed.
Can we get a copy of that, or an update? We don't necessarily need a copy of the report or an update at some point about what the study concludes. Through you, Mr. Chairman.
Through the chair, certainly.
Thank you.
Okay, very good. And are there any other matters come before the committee? Okay, my understanding is actually that Legislator Hyder is excused, so under normal circumstances, there would be no need to keep the meeting open. However, until Legislator Colby registers his vote on the first referral prior to when he came in, we'll keep the meeting open until he does that. There be no further business. The September 29, 2010 meeting of the Environment and Public Works Committee. It's not. Okay, if you would like to log that.
Okay, got it.
Mr. Clerk, therefore then, the committee stands adjourned, and the next meeting will be October 27th, 2010 at 4:30. Thank you.